It has been quite some time since we have unveiled Replaced at the Xbox Showcase in 2021. The warm reception has exceeded our wildest expectations. It really pushed us to make it the best game we possibly can. Next year, we had an amazing opportunity to follow it up with our second trailer at the Game Awards, setting the bar for ourselves even higher. But after that, we went relatively quiet, deciding to focus our efforts on finishing a substantial amount of the game before returning. Our team have been working on this project for an insane amount of time. After all, it is a completely handcrafted, hand-animated, and fully directed experience. So today, I'm happy to finally start shedding more light on what the game actually plays like. My name is Yura, I'm the founder of Satcat Studios and the director behind Replaced. To demonstrate it, I would like to show 3 parts of the game, portraying some of many gameplay situations you will find yourself in. Without further ado, let's cut to the chase. One of the most prominent features of Replaced is the camera, which is purposely directed from the beginning of the game to its credit roll. All the compositions are manually set up, and as you can see, it dynamically reacts to what's going on, gently transitioning through walls, shaking when you fall, and focusing your attention on what matters. We have put an enormous amount of care into crafting the environment to complement the artistic direction of the game. Every tree, car, bush, and every single rock have been manually assembled into a cinematic composition, which is then enhanced with our custom real-time lighting, volumetrics, and particle effects. Replaced puts the player into a number of different situations, where you have to escape, hide, fight, and even talk yourself out of danger. This time, you run for your life. Avoiding camera cuts as much as possible truly immerses you in the world and story. Seamless transitions into gameplay was one of the priorities for the game's cutscene system. That's one of our first gameplay pillars: cinematic platforming and adventure. Next, I want to show your approach to combat, aspiring to stay true to the cinematic nature of the game while introducing a varied cast of enemies in a totally different gameplay experience. The combat system of Replaced is all about countering and reaction. Inspired by the Batman Arkham series, we're aiming to make it satisfying and impactful, as well as accessible to players of any skill level thanks to our multiple difficulty settings. One of my goals as a director was to create an animation rule set which allowed us to have animated transitions between as much states as possible in a hand-drawn pixel art game. As a result, every character moves in an almost seamless fashion. This particular combat encounter features a mix of enemy classes from one of our factions, which you will gradually stumble upon throughout the game. It features 4 different classes of enemies, as well as their armored variations. And just like you have seen in the trailers, animated handgun executions, as well as an intentful camera direction, are all part of gameplay. That was a glimpse at a more action-packed part of the game. Throughout the story, you will acquire more active abilities, while the enemies will become more fierce and able. Lastly, I would like to take a look at something that has surprised some people who have already played the game: a free-roam, fully narrative-driven part of the adventure. At certain points in the story, you will be set free to explore an open-ended location, which evolves with different new side quests, new hidden items, and new characters to interact with. It will also be changing visually with each new visit as the game takes place on the brink of seasons. There is a diverse set of characters to talk to, whether we want to push the story forward or get to know more about their past, as well as the world of the game. All the important story events are fully animated, with real action sessions behind each and every one of them. You will encounter a lot of collectible pieces of lore as well as music and pictures on your journey. which are stored on the Wingman, a device you may have seen in the second trailer for the game. This is where you collect everything you have scanned during your time at Phoenix City and its outskirts. And yes, we could not have left out the arcades. After all, even the dystopian 1980s can't resist them. That's the third pillar of our experience. A deep and meaningful narrative, as well as meticulous world building, interactive and fully animated. I hope that you have enjoyed this first in-depth look at the game. And while we still have work to do, I am happy to announce that everything I have shown you today will be fully playable at Gamescom this August, presented at the Xbox booth. And I also want to thank the community again for the passion and great amount of patience you have shown towards Replaced. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.